All right, let's jump right in. Have you ever felt like your own success in e-commerce is, well, creating total chaos behind the scenes? It's a classic growing pain. So today, we're going to break down how you can turn that chaos into a super smooth global operation. And we're basing this all on some really sharp analysis from BayForward. Let's do it.
So let me ask you this. Really think about it. Does it feel like your biggest wins are also causing your biggest headaches? The orders are pouring in, which is great, but the back office is just scrambling to keep up. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, you are definitely not alone. It's the #1 sign that you've outgrown those old manual systems, and it's time to think about a real scalable solution.
And that's where we get to the really tricky part, the hidden costs of all that growth. When you're trying to juggle a bunch of spreadsheets, maybe a dozen different apps that don't talk to each other, you're not just bleeding money, you're losing something way more valuable, your time, and, this is the big one, the trust of your customers.
Okay, so take a look at this list right here. Do any of these kind of hit a little too close to home? I bet they might. These are the exact red flags that BayForward points out. They're like these tiny little cracks in your business's foundation that, if you're not careful, can turn into massive problems as you start to scale up.
All right, so how do you fix those cracks? How do you build a foundation that can actually handle massive growth? Well, the answer is to build what's basically a digital command center for your entire business. We're talking about an enterprise resource planning system, you'll hear it called an ERP, that is specifically built for the crazy, fast-paced world of e-commerce.
Seriously, think of an ERP as the central nervous system, the brain of your whole operation. It's the thing that connects every single part of your business, from sales all the way to the shipping dock, and it makes sure everyone is on the same page working with the exact same up-to-the-minute info. So say goodbye to silos and guesswork. From now on, you've got one single source of truth.
And this quote here from BayForward just hits the nail on the head. An ERP isn't just about making things run smoother. It's about giving you the confidence to go after those bigger opportunities because you've got the backbone to support them.
And this is a really crucial point BayForward makes. The best ERP isn't some generic, off-the-shelf software you just buy and install. No way. It's a custom-built ecosystem, one that's designed from the ground up to fit your unique business like a glove.
Now, building something like this, it's a journey, right? It's not a sprint. Development partners like BayForward have this really structured process. They start by doing a deep dive into your business, then they design the architecture, build out custom modules, they integrate everything. It's this whole collaborative effort to make sure the final system is truly yours and fits perfectly.
Okay, so that's the big picture. But what does a tailored ERP actually do for you on a day-to-day basis? Let's break down the key capabilities you unlock.
Okay, now this is where the magic really happens. Look at the difference. You go from this crazy world of manual data entry and constantly putting out fires to a completely streamlined, automated system where data just flows exactly where it needs to go. It's a total shift from being reactive to being proactive. You're going from chaos to being completely in control.
And the real superpower of a modern ERP is how it connects with all the tools you're probably already using and love. Think about it, your Shopify store, Amazon, your payment gateways, shipping providers. The ERP is the glue that holds that entire ecosystem together. It creates one single, seamless workflow.
And choosing the right platform to build on, it's kind of like picking the right engine for a car. It all depends on how fast you want to go and where you're headed. Whether you're a small, scrappy startup or you're already a global powerhouse, there's a platform out there that's right for you. The absolute key is finding the one that matches your ambition.
Okay, but let's get down to it. What does all this tech actually mean for your bottom line? What's the real-world impact? Let's talk about the tangible results you can actually expect when you do this right.
Result number 1, speed. Just imagine it. An order comes in, a customer clicks buy, and that order just flows seamlessly, all the way to a package being on a truck and on its way. All of that in a tiny fraction of the time it used to take. That is the power of automation.
All right, next up, you're going to see a huge reduction in operational costs. When you get rid of all those manual data entry errors and you start optimizing your inventory replenishment, you just slash waste. It directly cuts your expenses. It's the classic case of working smarter, not harder.
And what's the end result of all that speed and efficiency? Well, it translates into one thing: improved customer satisfaction. Your customers are just happier. When they know their order is accurate and it's going to get there fast, you're building a ton of trust and loyalty. And that stuff is priceless.
So what happens when you combine lower costs, way higher efficiency, and an army of happy, loyal customers? You already know the answer. Your profitability goes up. It's really the holy grail for any e-commerce business, and a solid ERP is the key that unlocks it. Okay, so we've talked about the what and the why. So now let's get to the who, because choosing the right partner to build this with you is an absolutely critical decision. It's going to have a huge impact on your business for years. So let's see what BayForward recommends looking for. So BayForward basically lays out 4 key criteria, 4 boxes you need to check. First, do they have real-world e-commerce experience? Second, can they truly customize the system to your workflow? Third, do they have legit expertise in integrating all your other tools? And finally, are they in it for the long haul as a growth partner? See, it's about finding a partner, not just a vendor.
And believe me, you want a long-term partner because the world of e-commerce does not stand still for a second. The future of this stuff is already here. We're talking about things like AI-powered demand forecasting and hyper-personalized customer experiences. A really great partner is going to help you stay ahead of that curve, not just catch up to it.
And this final thought from BayForward really brings it all home. They say that investing in the right development partner is one of the single most important decisions an e-commerce brand can make. It's so much more than just a tech purchase. It is a fundamental investment in the future of your company.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final question to really think about. Looking at your business right now, is it truly built to scale in 2026 and beyond? Is that foundation solid enough? Because the time to start building for that future is right now. Thanks so much for tuning in.